Hello, good people. Welcome back to the Fiti Podcast. My name is Grace Delight, and today I always start this video like this or this podcast like this, but I'm currently on my health and fitness journey and a lot of stories, a lot of conversations. But today we're going to be talking about the fitness part of it. My God, can we just begin by asking ourselves a very simple question? Why is it so hard to be consistent? I'm just like, my God, why? Literally don't even know where to start, because what is that? What is that? You try, sometimes you're 10 days in, 14 days in, 21 days in, 30 days in, but really to get to that 3-month mark, my God, what is that? And then the guilt, of after that, the feeling of defeat. And if there was ever a time, I have experienced that, it's between this year and last year. This is something I'm taking seriously. This is not a joke. It's not something I'm doing just because it's trendy. It's something I believe in. It's something I think that I need, and something that I want in my life. So just a bit of backstory. In 2021, life was lifing and things were not working out. And I just remember taking a step back and thinking, I'm not happy. This is not it. This thing I'm doing right now is not it. And I asked myself one very simple question, but it really changed my life. And it was, what will it take? What will it take to make me happy? If I was to write down these things and write down what I believe that if I had, it would make me happier. And the happier here is not just like vanity of happy. It's just genuinely, where do I feel like my life clicks, like it makes sense? And at that time, that didn't make sense for me. And this is one of the things that came up. I realized I actually want to look and feel good, not just on the outside, but also on the inside. And I can also say that vice versa, not just on the inside, but also on the outside, because that pendulum, it can swing very far on both sides. So that brings in the question of consistency, which is something I'm also trying to figure out. What is usually the missing link? I did a video before at the beginning of the year of what on earth is wrong with me, because I was really just trying to figure out this thing. How is it that I cannot keep this thing up? And there were a couple of reasons that came up even as I was thinking through this thing. I think before we even figure out the reason, I needed to make up my mind that this is something I'm not going to quit on. In view of 30 years, if I take 5 years to get this right, another 5 years, then it's okay. We're going to take another 5 years to get it right. Starting by setting your mind and saying, this thing, I'm going to do it. Liwe liwalo, nitafanya, kaende sana. So that's the place I'm in right now. I'm just like, I'm going to figure it out, whichever way, whichever method. Number 2, I think I was also very fixated on doing it in one particular way. For example, I usually do HIIT workouts. So I was doing one form of HIIT workouts all the time. And I think I was getting tired of them. So now I've kind of shifted to creating my own workout routine. And that is majorly because I want to also control my own music. But the biggest reason for this constant back and forth, but it wasn't consistent, is I didn't have a clear picture of what this current sacrifice I was making was about. Maybe at some point I was carried through by the trend of going to the gym and just being a fit girly, but it had to be mine. It had to be my goal. It had to be my fitness thing. And it had to be something that I was willing to do whatever to get there. And it's not even about getting to a particular shape, though that is very important, especially with the tum-tums, but it is also about proving something to myself. And I think this is the biggest reason why fitness is a huge part of my life, because it's one of the areas of my life that is giving me the big L. Yeah, it's just like, take the L. And I'm like, it's like, take the L. I'm like, no, I'm not taking the L. Okay. It seems like it's the one area that I'm not able to overcome. And it just sits there and it's like gloating. So for me, it is important. There's something I'm proving to myself in this process. There are questions I'm answering about myself. There are things and shifts in my identity I need to make. Because if there's one thing I've learned in this health and fitness journey, is it forces you to address things you believe about yourself. If you believe you can't, you can't. But if you believe you can, no matter how long it takes, then you can. And I think for me, that's one of the best motivations for consistency and motivations to keep going and to keep doing it and not to quit. It's because I'm like, I need to prove to myself that I have the ability within myself to do it. And it comes with bonuses. You get to look like a cute girly. And it's very interesting that this happens. There was a time I was very consistent and I'd work out in the morning, even when I didn't feel like it, even when I didn't want to and I wanted to sleep or I wanted to do something else with my time. When I faced something else in the day, I was like, no, if I was able to get through that workout, I can be able to get through this too. So today is just the rantings of a crazy girl about consistency, but I realize it's actually an issue that many of us face. Why am I not consistent with my workout routines? And feel free to ask yourself this question. Are you going too big, too fast? Are you competing with other people who've been working out for years on end? That's also something I did. And I realize now that I need to run at my own pace. I can't be competing with these YouTube guys who have been there for 7 years, or even somebody online on IG in Kenya who is just working out every day. And I'm like, pressure much? I need to find my own rhythm. And even working out by itself, it is a muscle. And I don't just mean the physical aspect of it, I mean the mental. Changing yourself from somebody who never used to work out to somebody who works out every single day, which is my goal, is a mental muscle that you have to grow. You can't break it. So the same way when you go to a gym, the personal trainer does not give you 100-kilogram thingy. I don't go to the gym, I don't know what they're called, a bar to lift. It's the same way when you're starting out in your consistency journey. Don't start with big things. Start with small things. And I'm even talking to myself as I'm telling you this. If it means 5 push-ups per day, if you can be consistent with 5 push-ups every day for a month, you're in the right place. So let's not feel pressure of time to look a certain way by a particular time, or even pressure from other people who seem to be gaining muscle and all these things quicker than us. Run at your own pace. And I think that's something I did, and it's something I'm definitely learning from my mistakes. That's why I'm even creating my own workout routines, because I'm just like, no, this YouTube workout thing is not really working out for me anymore. I can get inspiration, I can get ideas, maybe once in a while. The last thing about consistency is I'm changing a few things up. Instead of thinking of working out as this one thing that I have to do, I've added a few more fun things that I enjoy to do. So number one is swimming. I've added swimming to my workout routine, which will be at a certain day of the week, still working that out at a certain day of the week, but probably every week or every 2 weeks as my workout routine. Very excited about that. Also, you've probably heard of the 10K steps. And if you've not, you're probably living under a rock. It's the current buzzword in the fitness world. But I have tried walking before, and it really helps my mind decompress, especially because work and life can be working and lifing at the same time. So that is something, a few tweaks I'm doing here and there. I'm also looking into calisthenics, which is something I'm very excited about, because it's about like your body, doing crazy stuff with your body. That sounds fun. I want it. So I'm currently structuring my workout plan to fit all these things and to become more consistent. But apart from that, stay focused, stay on the game. Well, it's a journey, guys. It's a journey. We're figuring it out. And that's what this podcast is all about. So that's it from me. I'll see you next time. Subscribe, follow. Bye.